Hello everyone and welcome back to another workout. I'm going to start the timer for 20 minutes, although we are not doing a normal workout today. This is, as you can tell from the title, a pistol squat tutorial. Kind of help you guys get your pistol squats if that's something that you've been working toward and you just can't seem to get it. So that's what we're going to be going over. We do have a visitor right now. Remy, can you get up? Remy, over there. Good boy. Good boy. All right, let me grab my water. But hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Let me straighten this out as well. Very nice. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hook my mic up, and we are going to get started. As usual, we are going to get started with some stretching. We're actually going to do a little bit more stretching today just because for pistol squats, I feel that you need a little bit more mobility and both your ankles, your hamstrings, your quads, the whole 9 yards. So anyway, we're going to get started. We're just going to do some head rolls first. Just make sure that our upper body is also equally stretched out and warmed up. Good. We're going to reach up and down. Micro bend in the knees. And one more time, reach up and down, micro bend in the knees. Good. From here, we're really going to focus on the ankle mobility and the hamstring mobility. So we are going to bend down into sumo squat or as low as you can go. So sumo or as low as you can go in sumo. And we're just going to sit here. And then after a couple seconds, what I want you to do is walk your feet in together. And you're going to try to hold a close stance squat, like sumo squat kind of, but obviously this is with your feet together. So it's more like an Asian squat, anything. And we're just going to sit here. This really stretches out the ankles. I feel that this stretches out the hamstrings as well. So I always like to incorporate this in any warm up that I do for leg day, especially if I'm focusing on quads, because this really helps with any type of like squat movement. Good. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do as far as stretching goes is we are going to put one leg in front of us. We're going to go into a lunge position almost, or like a lazy lunge, half lunge. So you're going to bend the other knee at a 90-degree angle behind you. This knee should also be at a 90-degree angle. You're going to place your hands on either side of your foot, and you're going to lean forward, pushing your body weight forward past your toe. You're going to feel a stretch in your ankle as you try to keep your heel on your mat. So we're just going to hold this. You might also feel a stretch in your glutes. Good. 3, 2. We're going to switch. Same thing, other side. So 90 degree, 90 degree. And we are going to push past our toe. Stretch out the ankle, the hamstring. Very nice. If you need to walk your hands forward for more of a stretch, you can too. As I mentioned earlier, if you feel it in your glutes, that's fine too. Good. Just really try to keep your heel down. Very nice. Okay, so that's for ankle mobility. The next thing we're going to do is work on a little bit of quad mobility or stretch out the quads a bit. So the very first thing I'm going to have you guys do is sit on your knees basically, and you're going to hold on to your ankles or your heels, and you are going to push your hips forward, and basically you're going to feel a stretch in your quads. So we're going to be here, and you're going to push your hips forward. You will feel a slight stretch in your quads. 3, 2, and bring it back down. So that's one of the stretches that you can do. Another stretch, which is kind of like a workout almost, is this. I've done this before. I forget what it's called. I think I called it kneeling sissy squats in the past. But basically what you do is you hold your hands out in front of you, kind of like a zombie. You keep your core super tight, super engaged, and all you're going to do is lean back, and you will start feeling a stretch in your quads, and then you're going to push up. That's another workout you can do to really work on your quad mobility. So I'm going to get some water because I'm yapping so much. But yeah, so you can work on your ankle mobility or your quad mobility. I recommend working on both, obviously, but start with one or the other. So those are a couple exercises for that. I also mentioned hamstrings. So I'm going to show you guys really quick a little stretch that you can do for your hamstrings. First, you're going to start by kneeling. You're going to place one leg in front of you like so, and then you're going to stretch it out and flex your foot up so your toes are pointing toward the ceiling. You're going to feel a stretch behind your knee. This is stretching your hamstring, and you can lean forward as well. So yeah, this is the first part of pistol squats. I would say make sure that you are warmed up and make sure that you have worked on a little bit of mobility with each group that I mentioned. So the three major ones I would say are ankle, hamstrings, and quads. Good. So we're going to stretch out the other side. Same thing. Place it in front, flex my toes upward, and lean forward. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Okay, so those are like kind of the three main groups, as I mentioned, that you want to focus on stretching. The next thing we want to work on is a little bit of our strength. So when you do a pistol squat, main muscle group that it is targeting is your quads and also your calves, believe it or not. The reason I say calves is because when you get to the lowest point of the pistol squat, you need to almost push yourself forward through the ball of your foot in order to come back up. If you're leaning too far back, you're not going to be able to come back up. And I don't know, I think that's just because of like the dynamics of the movement, like physics, I have no idea. But yeah, anyway, that being said, every time I've tried it, you need to be leaning really far forward, which means activating your calf muscles. So the first thing we're going to do in order to activate both our calves and our quads, which is used in a pistol squat, is a close stance squat. So you're going to place your feet as close together as you possibly can, and you are going to go for depth. So I'm going to squat down as far as I can, and then I'm just going to come back up. When I come back up, I really want to have purpose in my movement. I want to have that mind to muscle connection with my toes and the balls of my feet, meaning I really want to place the pressure through that area. So when I come up, I can target where the pressure is being placed. So my quads and my calves. So we're going to do a couple of these. We're going to go for, let's go 30 to 40-ish seconds. We're just going to be here working out the calves and the quads a little bit. All right, in 3, 2, let's get it. Good, go at your own pace. I really just want you to focus on getting to that point where you feel where your heels are basically hovering above the mat. You're trying to keep them down, but you also feel that your weight is completely over your toes. Good. We are almost there in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. So that is the basics for that. You will feel it mainly in your quads and your calves, like I mentioned. The next thing for pistol squats mainly is not being afraid to push yourself to falling, like past the point of falling. So what I mean by that is when you do a pistol squat, you're going to have to keep one leg up in front of you, and you're going to have to kind of test the waters with where your weight can be centered. So what I mean by this is if you're leaning too far back, you're not going to be able to come up. So I'll demonstrate. You're going to go down into pistol squat, but I'm going to go through my heel, basically. I'm going to fall backward, which is normal because you can see my toes are coming up when I go down. So instead, what I want you guys to try to do is push your weight or your shoulders over your toes or just above your, toes and knees. You want your shoulders above your toes and your knees. So we're going to be here. We're going to lift up our leg in front of us. We're going to bend down. And as you can see, I have my shoulders above my knees, which are above my toes. Then I'm going to come back up. All right, very nice. So we're going to try that a couple more times where we just squat. We're going to place our foot in front of us. We don't have to hover it. Just have it in front. And we are going to bend down, bend down, bend down. Try to keep our shoulders above our knees. Then we're going to come up. Do that a couple more times. We're gonna go 5 times each foot. So that was 1, 2. Good. So when you do this, you're gonna notice that my heel is staying down on the ground, or at least I'm trying to keep it down on the ground. Reason being is it's easier to balance when you get all the way down there. That being said, that takes flexibility. So if you can't do it right away, don't be discouraged. Just work on your ankle flexibility. This is also the last rep, and then we're gonna switch. So same thing. I'm gonna have my foot in front. I'm gonna slightly bend my knee, and then what I'm gonna do when I go down is push my shoulders forward over my knee, which goes over my toe, and back up. Naturally, my hands come in front as well. That just kind of helps with the overall balance. So we got 4 more. 2. Good. 3. And we got 1 more. Wait, sorry. 4. 1 more and 5. Very nice job. Okay, so those are kind of the basics. Now I'm going to show you guys how to work on getting down and then coming up, but separately. We're not going to do it as a unit. So what I mean by that is for the beginning of the pistol squat, you got to work on getting down to the ground or the lowest position. So we are going to hold our foot up in front of us. We're going to find something to hold on to. It can be a wall. It can be the bar at the gym, a ledge, something. Find something to hold on to. You're going to hover your leg up, and then you are going to just let your body drop down. Main focus is to keep your shoulders over your knee, over your toes. So that is the first movement. Then you can put your feet back together, stand up like normal. Same thing. I'm going to place it in front, put my hand on the ledge or the wall, and then I'm going to drop, put my feet back together, and up. This is an easier way to practice the mobility of the pistol squat. So yeah, we're gonna do that 3 more times, and then we're gonna switch sides. So in front, we're gonna go down, arm in front, and feet together, push up. That's 3. Remy. 4. And 1 more, arm in front, hold on to the ledge, and 5. Very nice. Okay, so that was the first part of the pistol squat. High key, I should do it on the other side. We don't want muscle imbalance. We're gonna go 1 more time. Hover the leg up in front. We're going to sink down, arm in front, shoulders over our knees, over our toes, feet together, push up. If hovering your foot is too difficult, that's okay. I will introduce an exercise at the end of this that helps with that as well. If that is too difficult, you can just place it on the mat in front of you and just go down like so, feet together and up. Anyway, we got 2 more of these. 1 and 1 more. 2, feet together, push up. Okay, so that was the first part. The second part of the pistol squat is getting back up. So this is basically once you're down here in this position, how do you get back up from here? So the first thing I want you guys to focus on is starting with your heel pushing downward, and then we are going to push up. You're going to feel mainly your quad and then your hamstrings activated with the push up of that movement. The reason I say you need your heel to be down is because it has to do with the balance of the body. If your heel comes up on the bottom of this movement, it's like 10 times harder to push back up, mainly because you're only activating the calf muscle to come up. If you press through the entire foot, starting with the toes and then going back to the heel, you'll feel the calf, the hamstring, and the quad activated. So we're going to try that again. We're going to go 1 foot in front. We're going to place our heel down, and then we're going to push up. So that was 2. Same thing, leg in front, place our heel down. So you're going to feel your butt almost sink backward more too. This is 3. We got 2 more, heel down, 4. And we have 1 more, foot in front, go all the way down, heel down, and 5. Okay, we got one more time on the other side. So we're gonna go down. See how the heel comes up, we're gonna push it down, then push ourselves up. That's 1. Got 4 more. 2. If your heel comes up, push it down. Good. And 3. We have 2 more. And 4. And 1 more. And 5. Very nice job. Get some water, and then we're gonna do the pistol squat with both movements together now. I was kind of doing it at the end accidentally. But anyway, so find a wall. You're gonna go as far as you can. If you can't go all the way down, like booty to grass, you know the term, then just go as far as you can. So if you can only go to like a 90-degree angle, that's completely okay. Just go as far as you can. Hold on to something for balance. But yeah, we're going to combine both segments now. So the down motion with the push through motion. The main takeaway is to push through your toe on the way down. Once you get down, make sure your heel is pressed on the ground, and then use your entire foot to push back up. So toe focused on the way down, full foot on the way up. We're going to try 5 on each side. We're going to find something to hold on to, and yeah, let's get started. You can either have your foot hovering in front of you too, or you can just have it on the ground for extra support. I don't really care. Anyway, we're going to go down, so make sure that you're pushing through your toe. Push the heel down and up. That's 1. Same thing. If you can hover it, hover it. We're going to go down. If your heel comes up, push it down. 2. And if you can do it a little quicker, then we can do that. 3. 2 more. 4. 1 more. And 5. Very nice job. We're going to switch sides. Same thing. So free leg up in front or hovering in front. We're going to go down in 1. Make sure the heel stays down. In 2. Good. We have 3. Good. 4. Good. And 1 more. 5. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to get some water, and then I will let you guys in on some little tips and tricks for this. All right, so the first one is, how do you hover that leg in front, and how do you keep it there? I hate to say it, but the only way is through practice and honestly just working out the hip flexor muscle. So my favorite workout to date to help with the hip flexors is these sitting LSITs. So if you've been here with this channel for a while, you know exactly what I'm about to show you guys. But you just sit here, core engaged, shoulders back, hands by your side. You're gonna lift and lower, lift your other foot and lower. This is like an L-sit hold. And then eventually, if you can just hold it there or hold one of them there, you will feel that it has to engage your hip flexors in order to do so. It is the same movement, the same feeling when you do a pistol squat. So that is my first word of advice with how to hold up that front leg. Second would be how to increase that ankle flexibility, how to work on that heel getting down. And honestly, I would say it's just through practice once again, really working on this motion, making sure that you can press the heel back. If you go forward and push it back, same thing on the other side. If you go here, you can go to the toes and then push back to the heel and push back. Those are pretty much the 2 takeaways. And then I would say make sure that you really focus on your calf strength and your quad strength. But yeah, the only other thing I would say that helps me with pistol squats is when you're first starting out, if your free leg and your arm are a little bit off center, like they're more, so I'll show you guys. If you need to kind of have it out to the side rather than directly in front to help you get back up, that is a-okay. Not everyone is going to start out with it completely like straight out in front. But if you need to kind of like go like this first, whatever alteration you need to do to get it done, that is okay. Just being brave enough to like try that motion first, get that feeling, and then continue working with it is what really matters with pistol squats. So yeah, just keep at it, try it. I would say like try a little bit of the exercises maybe for like 5 minutes a day when you do work out and you're at the gym. And you might surprise yourself with how quickly you're able to accomplish it. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for showing up, and I will see you guys on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you guys did enjoy this type of video, please let me know. If you miss the old workouts, let me know as well. If you like both, let me know that too. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of like niche I want to stick with, if it's just home workouts, if it's, you know, kind of like how-to videos of different things. But yeah, thank you all for being here and supporting me. And I love each and every one of you. So you guys have a good rest of your night. Toodles.